guys are having a fabulous day so far. So far I'm doing okay. I got to sleep in, which is nice. I love being able to sleep in. Excuse me, I'm still having sinus crap going on. Still fighting that. Let's see. Update. Okay, so Monday I said I wasn't going to post my hair on Instagram because I thought, you know, I was too much into my thoughts. Like, you know what, Chelsea, you did this, you wanted it done. Just embrace it, and who cares what other people think. So yeah, I posted it and I actually got quite a bit of likes. I knew some people would like it, and those who don't, well, they could just keep on scrolling, basically. If you don't like something, just keep on scrolling, right? It's easy as 1, 2, 3. And I was like, you know what, a lot of this will fade out. So it's growing on me as far as my hair is concerned. I've already noticed the blue fading out, which is pretty typical. It's probably, hopefully it'll last another week. But it is what it is, so. So that was kind of that. Tuesday we did 4 houses, which was long. Mom was tired by the 3rd house, after the 3rd house, and she's like, I don't know if I could do the 4th one. We can reschedule it because they're out of town for the next day. But she left it up to me to decide, because I was hurting too, but I was like, I have enough energy, let's just get it over with. I don't want to be here the next day. I wanted the next day to be kind of lenient. Thank goodness, because but we managed to get through the 4th house. We were just tired when we got home. The next day, Wednesday, didn't realize what Mom was trying to say. Like, she wanted Zachary's help, and I was like, what do you mean by Zachary's help? She meant Zachary was completely coming with us. I was like so confused, and apparently she had told me that, but I was having one of my moments where I wasn't really listening. Or sometimes she goes through these thoughts where she thinks it, but she doesn't explain it completely out loud. And so I was like confused. So that could have been that too. It could have been that issue. But anyway, Zachary went with us. We had several stops. First, we went all the way to the church to pick up some rolls of paper that we knew no one was going to use. So we took that back to Labor's. Went to Salvation Army, drop off some stuff in Mount Hope. What else did we? Oh, we went straight over to our client's house. Zachary just he brought a Switch, so he played with that. Before that, we had stopped at AT&T, and Zachary bought a candy bar and a soda, so that kind of kept him going. Zachary was willing to pay for me for something, but I knew, well, I didn't really know. I kind of suspected that one of our the one client, he's a sweetheart. He likes giving me candy or something. So he gave us, he gave us all these, because he got 2 bushels of peaches. And they were peaches like this big, like they were huge. And so he gave us each one. I already ate mine. It depends. I don't think Zachary's gonna eat a peach. He doesn't really like them, so I might end up eating his unless Ricky gets to it. I also got a big candy bar as well. The poor thing melted in because it was in the hot sun. Didn't have any coolers or anything, so it melted pretty much almost all the way, and I had to put it in the freezer overnight, and then I brought it upstairs to my room the next day because I knew Zachary would probably try to eat it. Maybe, I don't know, maybe sometimes he's good about not stealing, but at the same time, like, not risking it. But so it's misfigured right now. Another client gave us some candy, and I divide that between Zach and I. we went to, after that, going back to Wednesday. After that, after work, we went to Red Robin. I had gotten a bacon cheeseburger, sweet potato fries. They're sweet potato fries. Oh my gosh, they're divide. They're so good. They're so good. I like how thin they are and how crisp they are. The thinner the fry, the thinner and the crispier. Mwah, delicious. I love them. Makes them so good. I don't even have to dip them in anything because they're so good. The burger was pretty good too. And then I went to Sam's Club, and then after that we went home. And then for a little while, and then Mom and I went to Wednesday night service to the new church. It was decent. Mom asked my opinion about things, and I was like, I only went to this couple service each on a Wednesday and Sunday. It's not fair for me to give my opinion completely, because one, she was putting the pressure on me. Again, I shut down if people put pressure on me. So that's kind of what that was about. Plus, I was just tired, kind of wanted to go home. That's a situation afterwards. And also, I was like, I can't give my opinion unless I had a handful more times of going to a service each. I just don't think it's fair for them personally to give my opinion just like that. Let's see what else went down Thursday. I thought it was typical Thursday, but I only did 3 houses. I was surprised. I thought for sure we were going to do 4 houses like we usually do, but I don't know if something changed or if I miscalculated that a lot of our houses are monthly, so it's like once a month basically, and I was like, did I miscalculate it or something went down and we could not do that day? I'm not sure. But either way, we managed to get through that and got home. So yeah, that was our week so far. This weekend, we pretty much don't have anything planned. Mom's got a hair appointment tomorrow, but other than that, we can relax, sleep in, and chillax. Nothing extravagant, thank goodness. So just can relax on for a change. Trying to get the little bit out of this lotion container. I don't know if I ever told you guys, if you know there's most likely there's still stuff in lotion or containers like this, just cut it open and get the extra stuff out. Because it's such a waste to not get the rest of it out. And this scent is so good. It's what is it? The pina colada. It's called Sunset Guava Colada. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. It has sun-kissed guava, pink passion fruit, wild orchid, and sugared coconut. Oh, I have a gift card to go to Bath and Body Works, but I don't know if they're gonna have this much longer. I think they're getting their fall stuff in, so, which is also nice. I like fall scents as well. But this is a summer scent, and I love this scent. Can't remember how I got this. Oh, yes I do. It was from I think my aunt had it prior, and she didn't want it or something like that, and so I inherited it. I was like, oh yes. I love smelling like fruit scents. I'm not a huge fan of floral scents. They make me sneeze, and I just don't like them. They're too strong and potent. If I'm gonna smell potent, I want something that's fruity. I might have to cut this down even more, excuse me, to get the rest of that, because this little thing I've been trying to use, but I don't think it's really working too much more. So, and I don't want anything with fabric, because that lotion will soak into the fabric. That's why I've been using something like plastic. I won't soak into that. Anyway, I have editing to do today. I've got laundry, the typical chores. Yeah. I'm going to work on my dotting this weekend. I've actually organized it better where I have the packets laid out. I had it just in the plastic thing that had it, the kit in. And I was like just throwing them back in. But I was maneuvering and trying to find the number that I have. It didn't make sense just to keep throwing it back in. It just made sense to have it laid out like so. So I have it all numbered right here, so I just can, pull it up instead of having to fumble through it. I have a bit of a prayer request lately. One of our clients, sadly, she got bad news. She's been having problems, a lot of health problems lately, and she got some blood work done, and she's just been exhausted and tired and a lot of things, and so sadly she got the results back and it's leukemia, which is sad. Honestly, Mom and I broke down. Mom gave her a hug, and then we both kind of broke down and cried because it was just, you never want someone to go through cancer or any type of disease, illness, despite our past or what we have done or said or made mistakes. None of us deserve any type of sickness or illness. I don't believe that none of us deserve any of that, even despite our sinful behavior. And so I really felt bad, so I'm hoping and praying that her friendships and relationships with her family and friends will reconcile, and that people will support her through all this. So I'm praying not only for peace and fight through this, but also reconciliation with her family and friends as well. So yeah, and then one of our prior pastors from our church is he's been having health problems, but recently he had a bleeding out, or was it out? Yeah, he had some bleeding going on, and he had to go to the hospital to get a blood transfusion. Poor man. He went through a lot of dedicated work in the church as a pastor, and then retired, and then has all this illness going on. So, been praying for him. Praying for one of our church friends. She had fallen and had broken her leg. I think it was a tibia or something in her knee. Broke the leg and bone in her leg, close to the knee area. Had to get surgery, of course. And now she's used to keep going and doing work and stuff, and now she's had to slow down, so that's rough on her. So hoping that she can get up on her feet and be able to walk again. Put pressure on her leg and stuff, but it's kind of hard when you have to elevate it all the time, so. Other than that, either that or let it swell, so hopefully I've been praying for those three, and then there's of course so many other people that I've been praying for, but those are the top three right now I've been praying for, and then some others that I've been, another one I should put on my top list is one of my best friends' mother as well. She's been struggling a lot with her kidney and everything, so I'm hoping, and she needs a new kidney. She got it removed because of cancer, and then of course it didn't do so well, so she's going through dialysis a lot, and then she needs another kidney, a new kidney basically. So I've been praying that she gets this soon, and her body takes it. But otherwise, she's been struggling a lot. Immune system and everything's just down and not feeling great, so. So yeah, there's so many people to pray for. Work through, so. Anyway, I think I rambled off enough. I'm gonna get my butt going, and so you'll see me later. Hey guys, it is evening. Okay, so what am I trying to say? Excuse me. Quick update, there we go, of what's been going on. First of all, you can tell, I don't know if this was a better picture than previous vlog, but now you can see my color of my hair. Guys, I don't know if you could tell, but some of this is turning green already. It's one of the reasons why I don't want my hair to be green, because this is already doing it. I feel like it's already fading out, so I don't know. I think it's kind of growing on me. I just wish my roots weren't like this color. It looks like back in my teenage years when I tried to dye it blonde. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this color. I don't mind this color. I don't mind that color, but this, it's a good thing it's near my roots, then that'll fade out eventually as my roots are doing its thing. But yeah, comment down below what color you think I should do next. I'm thinking either red, pink, the dark blue, or purple. So comment down below what you guys, I'm kind of curious what you guys think. I mean, obviously I don't know if I might already dye it the time this gets uploaded, since I'm so behind on uploading my videos. I don't know. But I've got dust. Oh, but anyway, going back to thinking back what I've done today. I vacuumed and I dusted. Not in that order. I don't know why I get them switched, but I do. Tomorrow I'll work on cleaning the bathroom and doing my laundry. Mom was doing her laundry today, so. Let's see, what else did I do today? Currently editing. Catch up on that. I noticed in the vlog my AC unit tends to be a lot loud and you can't really hear me. I apologize for that, but it is so stinking hot. Like, it's in the 90s. It's either in the 90s or 100s. Even 80s is disgusting to me, so I can't not have my AC unit on. So apologize for that, but it is what it is. I'm also playing The Sims, so I'm trying to get some free stuff. You can watch ads to get some free either money or furniture or whatever. Sometimes they give me some money, which I absolutely love getting the money, because then I can spend what I want on it. But when they send me some, it was fine sending me some, getting me some furniture, but over time sometimes it gets repeats so many times over. I'm like, what am I gonna do with all these? I don't know. I really don't know, and I don't really like it. But I guess free is free. So some of the tasks are easy to do and sometimes it's not. I haven't done any dotting yet today. I'm thinking of doing that after I vlog. Excuse me. I'm burping up my dinner. We went to IHOP for dinner, which is after we went to the church to do more work as well. We had to basically the boys took down the shelves. We're donating those to Mount Hope, and then everything pretty much is like all of our stuff that we're bringing home is out of the church. So, and whatever was left is what they're keeping. So, guys, I'm seeing the end of this tunnel. I really am. And Mom and I and Zach are all at peace at it. I will admit, because Mom had asked me how I felt about the whole thing afterwards, it's bittersweet, because in all honesty, there wasn't always bad moments. There was good moments. There was good moments when we had worked with the kids. I enjoyed teaching, whether it was on Wednesday nights, whether it's on Sundays. Helping. I did a lot of helping before I became a teacher. Learning from other people. Working in the nursery. Helping with VBS. Like, I did a lot, and I will not take that for granted. That's something was an honor and a privilege that God gave me these gifts and abilities and to do a lot of those things. That's something I will not take for granted. But yeah, there was a part of me that felt good about leaving, or I feel good about leaving because leaving all the mess behind, but at the same time I felt sad at the same time. I was like, there were some good moments. We had good times in youth when we were young. Zach and I were younger. There was good times spending time with other youth as well at youth camp or on Wednesday nights. I had a young adult class for a while. Yeah, there were some good moments. We actually had some good moments. It wasn't all bad throughout the years, but it just, we're at this junction where it's time to move forward and do something different. So, yeah, I'm just grateful for all the good times I've had in my life, and yeah. So, sorry, I can hear my brother. He's when the AC unit's now turned on. I can hear him because I think he's burning trash right now, and I can hear it clearly outside babbling. So, but anyway. So yeah, all that work is done, and that chapter is over with, and it's time to move forward. Anyway, there's really not much more to say, but it is everybody's favorite time to vlog, Bible time, and hopefully we're gonna do a better chapter this time instead of talking about gross things. Hopefully not. I feel like this one's gonna be better. Okay, this is Leviticus chapter 19, and it's titled Holiness and Personal Conduct. The Lord also said to Moses, "Give the following instructions to the entire community of Israel. You must be holy because I, the Lord your God, am holy. Each of you must show great respect for your mother and father, and you must always observe my Sabbath day of rest. I am the Lord your God. Do not put your trust in idols or make metal images of gods for yourselves. I am the Lord your God. When you sacrifice a peace offering to the Lord, offer it properly, so you will be accepted by God. The sacrifice must be eaten on the same day you offer it or on the next day. Whatever is left over until the third day must be completely burned up. If any of the sacrifice is eaten on the third day, it will be contaminated and I will not accept it. Anyone who eats it on the third day will be punished for defiling what is holy to the Lord and will be cut off from the community. When you harvest the crops of your land, do not harvest the grain along the edges of your field, and do not pick up what the harvesters drop. It is the same with your grape crop. Do not strip every last bunch of grapes from the vines, and do not pick up the grapes that fall to the ground. Leave them for the poor and the foreigners living among you. I am the Lord your God. Do not steal. Do not deceive or cheat one another. Do not bring shame on the name of your God by using it to swear falsely. I am the Lord your God. Do not defraud or rob your neighbor. Do not make your hired workers wait until the next day to receive their pay. Do not insult the deaf or cause the blind to stumble. You must fear your God. I am the Lord. Do not twist justice and legal matters by favoring the poor or
being partial to the rich and powerful. Always judge people fairly. And here's a little sidebar called Stealing. It's a little story. Kelly and Cheyenne work together at Quackers, the newest fast food restaurant in town. It's not such a bad job. The hours are good, the uniforms, surprise, don't look like circus costumes, and the pay is more than minimum wage. Besides, the girls have great fun and a lot of laughs, checking out the cute guys from a rival high school who frequent the place on weekends. Today, however, when the girls came to work, they discovered a terse note from the boss. I want to talk to both of you. It's very important. Kelly's heart drops to her shoes, and Cheyenne's stomach does a cartwheel. What could it mean? A raise? A promotion? Not likely. In fact, the girls are expecting the worst. See, they've been giving away free food and Quackers t-shirts to certain male customers, and Cheyenne took a whole box of burgers from the freezer last Friday night to use at her Saturday pool party. Ooh, that's bad. We're dead, Kelly moans. We're done. Everything but actually take the money out of the cash register. Cheyenne looks sheepish. No, I even did that one night. Cheyenne, you didn't. How much did you take? $50. Oh, that's a lot. Oh no, what are we going to say? Leviticus chapter 19 verse 11 could have helped Kelly and Cheyenne avoid this whole horrible headache. But God's command against stealing needs something else. It needs cooperation from people like you. Do not spread slanderous gossip among your people. Do not stand idle by your neighbor's life is threatened. I am the Lord. Do not nurse hatred in your heart for any of your relatives. Confront people directly so you will not be held guilty for their sin. Do not seek revenge or bear a grudge against a fellow Israelite, but love your neighbor as yourself. I am the Lord. You must obey all my decrees. Do not mate 2 different kinds of animals. Do not plant your field with 2 different kinds of seed. Do not wear clothing woven from 2 different kinds of thread. If a man has sex with a slave girl whose freedom has never been purchased but who was committed to become another man's wife, he must pay full compensation to her master. But since she is not a free woman, neither the man nor the woman will be put to death. The man, however, must bring a ram as a guilt offering and present it to the Lord at the entrance of the tabernacle. The priest will then purify him before the Lord with the ram of the guilt offering, and the man's sin will be forgiven. When you enter the land and plant fruit trees, leave the fruit unharvested for the first 3 years and consider it forbidden. Do not eat it. In the 4th year, the entire crop must be consecrated to the Lord as a celebration of praise. Finally, in the 5th year, you may eat the fruit. If you follow this pattern, your harvest will increase. I am the Lord your God. Do not eat meat that has not been drained of its blood. Do not practice fortune-telling or witchcraft. Do not trim off your hair on your temples or trim your beards. Do not cut your bodies for the dead, and do not mark your skin with tattoos. I am the Lord. Do not defile your daughter by making her a prostitute, or the land would be filled with prostitution and wickedness. Keep the Sabbath days of rest and show reverence towards the sanctuary. I am the Lord your God. Do not defile yourself by turning to mediums or to those who consult the spirits of the dead. I am the Lord your God. Stand up in the presence of the elderly and show respect for the aged. Fear the Lord your God. I am the Lord. Do not take advantage of foreigners who live among you in your land. Treat them like native-born Israelites and love them as you love yourself. Remember that you were once foreigners living in the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. Do not use dishonest standards when measuring length, weight, or volume. Your scales and weights must be accurate. Your containers for measuring dried materials or liquids must be accurate. I am the Lord your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt. You must be careful to keep all my decrees and regulations by putting them into practice. I am the Lord your God. Another little sidebar called 2 Simple Commands. Don't. Some people think the Bible is nothing but a book of don'ts. But here we find 2 do's that sum up all the other commandments. In Matthew chapter 22, verses 37 through 40, Jesus called these commands to love God and one's neighbors. The greatest commandments of all. Are these commandments high on your priorities list? If you're able to obey those first two rules, all the others will be easy. I'm not saying they are, but I'm saying they can be. Because you want to obey God and to live for Him, basically meaning you don't want to do things that will hurt or dishonor God. It makes it a little bit easier. So that is Leviticus chapter 19. So now it's devotion time. Okay, this is titled the Bible, our 911. Psalms chapter 75. Chapter 75, verses 1 through 10. We thank you, O God. We give thanks because you are near. People everywhere tell of your wonderful deeds. God says, at the time I've planned, I will bring justice against the wicked. When the earth quakes and its people live in turmoil, I am the one who keeps its foundations firm. I warned the proud, stop your boasting. I told the wicked, don't raise your fist. Don't raise your fist in defiance at the heavens or speak with such ignorance. For no one on earth, from east or west or even the wilderness, should raise a defiant fist. It is God alone who judges. He decides who will rise and who will fail. For the Lord holds a cup in his hand that is full of foaming wine mixed with spices. He pours out the wine in his judgment, and all the wicked must drink it, draining it to the dregs. But as for me, I will always proclaim what God has done. I will sing praises to the God of Jacob. For God says, I will break the strength of the wicked, but I will increase the power of the godly. As the airplanes crashed into the Twin Towers in New York City, many observers felt helpless. After the second plane hit, people wondered if there wouldn't be a third or fourth. Many may even have wondered if their own homes would be next. Perhaps they wondered if this was the beginning of the end. That day, God probably heard from many people he had never heard from before. The psalmist knew of perilous times. He lived in a country that experienced more than its share of attacks. So he encouraged himself and his fellow citizens with God's words. I chose the appointed time. It is I who judge uprightly. When the earth and all its people quake, it is I who hold its pillars firm. Like the psalmist, believers today experience fear and need a reassurance. Perhaps as the scope of the attack of September 11th unfolded, believers looked into the sky wondering if this would be the time of Jesus' return. When God did not deliver them in that way, fear may have become consuming, even reducing them to tears. No 911 called was adequate. What does fear do you? And this is what I wrote back in the day. It frightens me to a point that I cry out to God for help and comfort. To a certain point, over time that I do cry out to God for help. But there were times where I just shake with fear and cry and just didn't know what to do. There are times of confusion. So, for me, it just shakes the living daylight out of me and I have no control of it. But if I cry out to God, then yes, He will deliver me from the fear. Do you remember a time when you were afraid and found comfort in God's Word? And I said yes today, in fact. I'm not sure when that day was. But when I wrote down that, excuse me, yeah, there are times I find that I'm afraid, and going to God's Word has comforted me a lot of times. So that is that. So thank you, Lord, as always, for your living, breathing Word. While I continue to work, I'm gonna probably multitask by playing The Sims or whatever. Probably go on the Avakin life if I'm done with The Sims, and then edit some more, and then probably dotting because I can do 3 things at once. Excuse me, I'm still burping up my dinner. What do I usually get at IHOP? Oh, excuse me. I always get the same thing. I always get the breakfast sampler, which comes with sausage. I don't eat the sausage. I give that over to Mom because I'm very particular about sausage. I ate bacon, hash browns, eggs. Which I usually do over easy eggs. Let's see, what else did I have or get? Oh, pancakes, and I get strawberries on that, so good. Maybe I should do a video sometime of me playing The Sims or seeing what I've been building, but anyway, like I've done with my Avakin. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. As always, keep on smiling. Stay positive as much as you can. I know times doesn't always seem to be positive things to talk about or say or feel. We all go through those moments of bleh, but think of something that is positive in your life. So, and I feel like times are gonna get better, honestly. So, and I feel like things are getting better for myself. I had like an aha moment today that God is opening doors. So I'll get into that another time, but I will say it made me cry. I broke down today because Mom's kind of reported some good news to me that could possibly happen for both of us, and I just broke down and cried. I didn't break down for her, but I broke down for me because I thought, oh, an opportunity finally for myself and my future. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll get into that later down the road if it should happen, because I'm not sure if it's going to happen or not. But just the idea of an opportunity for something for me financially and something to do that I absolutely love could possibly be in the making. So I'm honestly so grateful. God is opening doors. God is getting me through it. My whole family. So I am continue to work through that. I'm so grateful. So that's some of my positive things that are happening for me personally. But yeah, I love you guys. Jesus loves you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.